Hello people and welcome to watch yet another World Team Carcassonne Online Championships match. This time a double match. First up we will be having Netherlands versus Malaysia of Group E, and then afterwards Colombia versus the United Kingdom of Group D, I believe. Yes, it is. Now, diving a bit into the situation of Netherlands and Malaysia, both are in a rather horrible spot at the moment. Netherlands having played two matches with 0 wins so far. Malaysia having played one match, but also with no wins. So certainly for both teams, this is gonna be an absolute must win if they want to maintain any kind of chances in coming into the top three, or in some scenarios in top two. The lineups you can see above me. We have on table one, we have Patrick Bekenutse versus Seo Lim. That's Bexy and JXIV by nicknames. Then on table 2 we have Gert Versteeg versus ErnestChia. Table 3 John van der Hulst versus Neutrals 01. Logan Ghanesh versus James Boone on table 4. And finally Ivan Bell versus Lega Logan on table 5. Now, the Netherlands does have quite a few former World Championship participants, and as a matter of fact, why do I have a uh, a distant memory of seeing Sean in being the Netherlands national champion this year. I'm not sure if that is correct at all. It might not be, it might be. But if we have some extra time, we might actually even check that just for funsies and just for education purposes for myself. Now, I assume it's going to be actually a rather, well, somewhat tight match actually, even though Netherlands does have the rating favorites quite by quite a mile actually, but we might see some deciders going on over here. Now, the upper hand is still Netherlands as it should be, being the more experienced team. I believe Malaysia is the newcomer this year, and well, we are all glad that they have also joined in on the competition, on the competition, and it is not out of the order. It is not that extraordinary that only having one former year of competition experience, there are going to be some win streaks already on the second year. So the matches should be starting in about a minute or two, but for my own sake, I shall indeed check my informations on John, whether he is. Let's see. Yeah, I have honestly no idea where I have gotten the distant memory of JohnNoordwijk being the uh, the Netherlandian representative in the World Championships this year, because he is not, or at least he is not mentioned the uh, on the World Championship tournament website. But I believe he has been certainly in the World Championships before, as well as I believe also Zwollywood, meaning Gert Versteeg and Patrick Bekinutsen. So they do have a experienced roster here, and we will be starting with, who do we start with? Well, as a reminder that if you do want to see a specific tool or a game, then do let me know in the chat, and we will try to we'll try to accommodate your requests as best as possible. But thus far, I think we'll be starting with table number 2, Versteeg versus ErnestChia. Okay, and looks like we arrived just in time. First points to Gert, and Ernest will have to get used to getting simply road tiles, and does get a city tile as well. Finally, Gert on the meanwhile finishes the second city, drops an early farmer, which is fine. It does look like this field will have potential already at 6 points, and then gonna have and then gonna have potentially even more cities. And as we can see here, it is quite the quite a decision from Ernest, as he really wants to push for this one extra point here, and does not use the crossroad straight up over here and start a new road. I mean, he could have actually like went to a variety of different spots. Could have just gone over here, start a new road, maybe over here, take 2 points, get an indirect road end for the road, or maybe just go here, take 2 points, and try to protect his own city. A lot of decisions that he could have made, but this one I don't think is at the top of the list that he should do. So a road is gonna get finished, but so is it gonna be this one or this one? This one does come with a sense of danger, because it does create an attacking platform to the city for green. Well, creates an attacking platform that favors green, because green is going to be the one that has the first dips on actually using it. But so far, no consequences have happened. Straight road getting played by Ernest, and does not drop a farmer, which I think he is going to be regretting later, because now would be the perfect time to actually still get into the mix of the field. That is 6 points and gonna be 9 points very, very soon. And I believe we are seeing already. Now farmer. Oh, come on. We are definitely seeing the difference in experience here, and as the Ernest slightly less than a 300 rated is leaving a lot of chances unused, and it will end up favoring Garrett in the end quite a lot, I would say. And I would also argue that Ernest will be trying to attack this 9-point field in the future, might even be more than 9 points, and then he is going to be just wishing that he had dropped a farmer here earlier. Gerd, on the other hand, does not finish the city, but goes for a let's say a more dynamic move. So still keeps the city caps for himself alive, and also attacks the city that was supposedly going to be shared, but he has other ideas. There are now 4 cows to fit into this spot still, and Zwollywood does have certainly great chances of actually finding at least one of those and finishing up this city, gobbling up a nice, what looks to be like 12 points. Ernest does attack the city and also now creates a blocking platform onto the bottom part of the open city, which might be something that Zwollywood needs to do something about at some point, and rather sooner than later, of course, because this is quite a vulnerable square at the moment, even though um, with only one tile it can't really be harmed that much. There are still all 3 daggers remaining on the square, as well as a bunch of vanillas and dividers. I mean, there's a 7-point monastery spot for Ernest now. Does he take it? Yes, he does. I assume as Zwollywood we go here before any disastrous stuff happens. And now is gonna be a bit of a metric of patience, and I like it. I definitely like it for Ernest. Instead of going over here and rushing any blocking, he just calmly gets a shielded tile for himself and prepares to finish this city with simply 2 more Doritos. Gertz doesn't really have many great moves to make here. I guess he could go. I don't even know where he should go, man. Like, because he really doesn't have any great moves here. Uh, I guess. Where do you go? Wow. Okay. Um, that's it's not really a bad move. It gives one people to both players, and it's going to allow Gear to also drop a second farmer here, which is gonna be now justified with 6 points instead of only 3, and it's going to increase the size of the main field to now 12 points, which I'm still going to say that it's gonna be a problem for Ernest, and he's gonna attack this later, but not with these tiles. Not with these tiles, they are too good. And also, Ernest is doing at the moment just quite fine with these monastery almost clusters. Also gets to finish his 14-point city, so doing well on that part as well. And I guess as Ernest, we could simply go over here, get 2 points, and prepare to finish our monasteries, or at least a monastery, with a city cap, and then finish the monastery here and take a new city, get 6 points later on, stuff like that. Or I guess if you want to like now use if you want to now show that this field is worth attacking because it kind of is, it's 12 points, then we could also maybe go over here, drop a farmer, 1 2 3 4 5 6, still 3 curves remaining. It's not that bad to attack, but we go for even a farm, even a city meeple there. Interesting. Okay, I think that's a bit extra, but I don't think it's going to really get hurt that much. This is going to be annoying for Ernest, but it's not the end of the world because even if this was to get limited to a dagger, there are still three of those remaining, so it's not that bad. But actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the final field Dorito, and there's only one cow remaining, and also one divider. So actually, you know what? If Gert goes over here, it could be really annoying for Ernest to deal with. But because there is that divider, it would be really uncomfortable for Gert to not meeple this. Because if he does not meeple it, then and then the divider comes, then it's going to potentially be simply an easy 8-point city for Ernest. But the dagger does come, not the dagger, but the divider. And now, if Gerd actually gets the cow as well, he's gonna be able to block this to only one tile. And now this move was made in like 1 second, and despite it actually looking like the best possible block, because it often is, it often restricts the most. But in this case, it does not restrict the most, because there were imagine a city tile going upwards over here, then there would be only one singular tile to fit into this square, whereas now there are 3 tiles. So it actually makes Ernest's job here easier than than it should be. Like even with this tile, which okay, arguably this is like just a fantastic tile for fields, but even with this tile, Gerrit could have very well gone over here and meeple the left side, or just meeple nothing actually. That would have been also fine, because then it would again only leave one singular tile on this square. And now Ernest attacks the field. it's it's unfortunate that he did not see this happening, because like he had multiple chances of taking the field with this one, had a chance to even attack it earlier with this one, with like more tiles remaining on this square than now. But now he's going to be attacking it later, and it's going to cause him it's going to require him to invest more tiles, and it's going to be not guaranteed at all. It's just not going to be that great to attack at this stage anymore. It's just simply not. That's why you want to be the first on the field instead of attacking the field often enough. So now a simple move, well actually a couple of moves. I mean Ernest could just continue his city over here, not really care about whether it gets blocked or not because there are not all that many tiles to fit there anyway, or just take this ruin, which is also perfectly okay. And I imagine Gert is going to finish the city, maybe even drop a third farmer, wouldn't be the worst move in the universe, and he does. Ernest finds a quad city, which is a great tile for a ruin. 15 points behind though is red at the moment with 17-20, 18-10, 4, +1, +7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 14, 13, and then the fields. The fields are the problem. The fields are big. This is 12 points on this field. 12 points on this field. Maybe 15 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it could be expanded to 15 points. And then additional forces are being added by Gert here. So it's looking kind of rough for Ernest. Could go for just, I think, a simple point to this ruin. Don't meeple the city cap. Or do... actually, I mean, depends on the amount of city caps remaining. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I mean, there's actually a lot of city caps remaining, so meepling this is actually fine. So we can now connect over here, add 1 extra point, and then yes, we absolutely connect, because we are most likely not going to be uh, keeping this field equal, but we are going to be forcing Gert to actually get his second meeple involved, and that will actually take away the double scoring of these 2 cities, which is already like enough of a justification in itself. Now we go here, we just take 1 point to our monastery. Unfortunately, we will be missing out on the road points, but that's that happens. And also, unfortunately enough, Ernest draws even the 3rd dagger with 1, 2, and 3. So this block did end up being worth it in the end. But I still would say that it was not the best decision, given that this square could have been restricted heavier with some other tiles. Ernest does get his 8-point city completed though, so that's something. And then we, I guess, take a 6-point field. That's a mistake, because now it leaves this 6-point field for his opponent. And we are gonna get a monastery, but it's gonna be 1 point less, so it's gonna be 5 points. Oh, actually, yeah, 8 points. That's better. It's nice. That is nice. But still a small misplacement of the tile. We could have still gotten, wait, 6 plus 3 versus 1 plus 8. Wait, hold up. But we got the same. Oh no. Because the point is we get the same amount of points ourselves, but Gert will not be able to get the same amount of points. So he will have to settle for a 4-point road instead of a 6-point field. So that's 2 points less for Gert. So just some slight optimization stuff there for the Malaysian player for the future. So 1-0 lead for the Netherlands on table 2, and we will do a little update on the situation. So far, Netherlands winning on tables 1, 2, 4, and Malaysia actually pushing in the lead on table 5 with Logan Ghanesh having stolen a game off of beliwan. And we shall. Why don't we actually take a look at the table number 5 of where we are doing exactly. So we have a blocked city, which is gonna be a bit of a nightmare for Logan, as he is the one with the blocked 1-point meeple over here versus 6 plus 6. But he does have an 8-point lead, and he does have a nicely developed monastery. Now, what I don't like is that Logan has this this 3-point field meeple over here, and well, he tried to get away with the 8-point city, trying to actually draw the one remaining divider, but it was not meant to be. Ivan straight up just blocked that possibility away with a simple curve. And yeah, it's not looking too great actually for Logan. Don't farm this. Good. Yeah, not looking too great. He's gonna have to justify this meeple somehow. He's gonna need to build this this field to be bigger. Because 3 points is just way too little for one meeple. But we do get the monastery back. That's a good start. And we also get to do that with the best tile possible, getting those 2 extra points for the road end. Something that beliwan could do is to actually go over here and take away all this, like all the potential space from green, from being able to build up the field. But that's not something that beliwan does here. Instead, Logan goes for a loop. That's fine. There are still plenty of tiles to fit there. 2 field Doritos as well as 4 regular curves and 2 daggers. So 8 tiles out of 40. It's not that much though, actually. Maybe I would have actually preferred just to go here and expand the field, get more green squares here, here, then here. Yeah, actually, I would have liked that a lot more. But what's done? What's done is done. Well, we can now go over here, start a new city, or do that. Um, I mean, in theory, in theory, this is good. Uh, in practice, it's not so good because we have so few meeples that it's going to be really difficult for us to actually be able to keep that that field all to ourselves. Also, I reckon we could have used this triple city better, like much better, like simply over here taking our meeple back, even though it would have closed down our field. But I mean, we are gonna need meeples. We only have one, and one is not really enough. We do get the road back, which is nice, but I mean, just look at our field though. Look at our field. It doesn't have like room to grow. That's the issue here. That's the issue. Beliwan building a monastery empire here. So plus 13 for green, plus 14, 10, 5, 8, 10, 15, 27, 19, plus 14 for green actually at the moment, which doesn't, which looks far better than it actually is in reality, simply because of red having the meeple advantage and being able to attack, well, most likely attack this field later on. And because this field is at the moment kept with only one meeple, it's going to be really difficult for green to keep it all to himself. A 4-pointer for Beliwan is going to be the move here. What? What? Why? 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 Why would you take 3 points when you can take 4 points? I don't know. Maybe maybe he didn't like something like a curve going over here, another one here, straight road, field being expanded all the way to the right. Maybe that's the reason. Also, adding 1 point to this road is actually pretty um, sneaky, as it also not only boxes in this farmer even further than it currently is, but what it also does, it provided the attacking opportunity to the field. And now that opportunity is getting used, and it's going well so far, and it is actually like basically impossible to block. in some scenarios, beliwan could even chuck in a road meeple on here and then connect through a road Dorito, but there's no need to be that extra feisty. Another city is gonna get completed, but is it worth to place a meeple there? And Ivan says yes, it is. Now there should be an immediate block on this square, like an immediate block. Shouldn't really even be considering anything else. And the ominous waiting is building pressure, but Logan does come into a realization that that is the best course of action. And now this actually gave Logan just a ton more winning chances. Unfortunately, beliwan takes care of the most precious one and draws the road monastery. But oh my god, as he blunders as he entirely blunders with the road monastery, but he gets to fix his mistakes by going over here. What he needed to do was to direct the road downwards so that there can be no double curve play, and he does not fix the mistake though. He's blinded by the 5 points, and there's the curve. Look at this road. Goes through the entire map. A 15-point road. beliwan does get the 9-point monastery though, which is a lot of compensation for that. But Logan now has the meeple majority. Somehow, some way, Logan has meeple majority, and now he can put it into use. Not exactly with this tile, but he will be able to potentially attack the field from here. Oh no, that's not the way to use the meeple majority though. But we can take 8 points. 8 points is nice. Just don't attack the field yet, Logan. Patience. Patience. Or do we go here? Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's still one curve. Yeah, I think we just take these points first. beliwan does connect, and it'll make our life exceedingly difficult. But I think we just go here first. We finish the city and we drop a farmer, because it is just a 10-point move, right? Drop a farmer. Drop a farmer. Good, because now we can use this city cap if there are city caps remaining in the deck. And yeah, now we gotta think, how on earth do we actually get to this 24-point field? How do we get there? There's a field crossroad, which we could use to maybe go over here and then get a city plus field tile and connect. Plus 16 for Logan. 22, 25. Yeah, this doesn't really quite cut it. Oh, actually, we also have potential over here of maybe going here with a road tile, another road tile. Maybe that works. Maybe. It's actually a very wet looking board with some chances. Are there actually city caps at all? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Oh, but there are no city caps, right? Okay, now we attack here or we attack here. Like one or the other has to happen, right? Plus 16, plus 22, 25, 20, 16, 13, 2. Oh, no. No. Oh, it was 100% connection. Hey, Jumal. It was 100% connection, man. Oh, it is so unfortunate that Logan is not counting tiles. Going over here and doing this with 2 remaining field Doritos. 100% connection to a 24-point field would have given Logan the second the second duel point, sorry, and given him actually the win for this duel. There was 100% win, man, but somebody give Logan uh, a big teaching lesson. Someone tell him to watch this stream back and see what he has missed. Counting tiles is the way to go. Going over here with the crossroad, dropping a farmer and getting 100% guaranteed connection and winning the game. Logan, if you have aspirations of continuing competitive Carcassonne, please learn tile counting. It's going to help you tremendously. That's the single most important advice I'm going to give you, and to all and to all other competitive Carcassonne players who are not utilizing tile counting. That is the best advice that I can give. So, unfortunately, it is looking quite grim for Malaysia. Otherwise, so table 5 is on a decider state, and table number 1 has ended in a win for Patrick Pekenutse. Table number 2 is still at 1-0 for Gerd Versteeg. Table number 3 is in 1-0 state in favor of John van der Hulst. And table number 4 has ended in a 2-0 win for Logan Ghanesh versus James Boone. So Netherlands certainly getting, or at least looking to get a lot of tiebreakers from this match here. And also the win is looking to be just around the corner. Let's have a little look-see at what John Noordwijk is cooking. Versus neutrals. So 9 points ahead is the Netherlands. And a lot of monasteries for neutrals. And a lot of blocked meeples altogether all over. There's this block 3 point farmer. Okay, let's see. Plus 11 plus 9 plus 12 plus 14 plus 6 plus 1 minus 1 minus 8 minus 9. And there is this attack pending, which is now going to be threatened. And maybe it's going to require neutrals to attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Still 2 connection tiles. Doesn't look like that bad. And I mean, this feature is with 6, 8, 9, 13 points. I mean, we are already at -4. Like, we have to get a big feature here. That is for certain. I don't think we really have any other realistic options other than this. Can we attack the field? Maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, theoretically, we could, I guess, attack the field by going over here, dropping a farmer, but then it looks like it'll get very, very easily blocked. So maybe not the best idea. So I guess just the top candidate move for me would be just to go over here and drop a city meeple, which is exactly what neutrals does, and at least doesn't get blocked straight away. So John is gonna be, I want to say, meepling a 6-point field, or maybe John is gonna go over here and try to get to the field himself. That could work, because he can then get there via straight road or via curve. And let's check the curves one more time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 2 curves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's just the final remaining straight road. And the field attack is gonna come, and it's gonna get negated immediately. But this actually might now work in our favor as neutrals if we just go over here, and because there's a possibility that the blocking chances of John just got worse because this square is now restricted. So we kind of do have to, I guess, find this move as neutrals. I know this is also an option, I guess, because we can take the meeple back, and maybe we just draw the final curve. But doing this would be like at least my priority here. Oh, would it now? Actually, damn, we actually also draw the final curve. So ended up being not really that worth it. A vanilla for John, and I imagine a 6-point field is about to be taken actually over here, because that's an extra point for the ruin as well. And yeah, this block indeed was successful here. Neutrals, unfortunately, is going to be biting the dust with the ruin. Somewhat unfortunate, I have to say. But let's see. Just because we can, if we go over here first, and then we hmm. I mean, we lose by 4 points though. It's not that much. So like if we go here, then can we even use the extra turn to really do anything? Not necessarily, actually. It's like we can. I guess we can take a 6-point field, but that's like only +1. Yeah, I don't. I guess there wasn't actually a realistic chance for us to win with this move. We just needed to get a connection to the ruin, and like that's it. And so just kind of needed to avoid John drawing this exact tile, or at least drawing that before we got the triple city. But we actually had completely realistic winning chances here. But it is a sadly for the Malaysian fans, it is a 2-0 win for the Netherlands, and goes into a 3-0 match points. And then we shall see if there are more stuff to update. And yes, there is, as Gerd Versteeg has also been able to get a 2-0 win on table 2, going into now 4-0 already for Netherlands, and Malaysia is seemingly up for a bit of a cold shower. Let's see if beliwan is able to complete the strike here, or if Logan is going to be able to get some points for his team at least. I mean, the scoreboard is looking actually tremendous for green. So +29, +33, +39, +38, 32, 23, 21. At the moment, +23 for Logan. So looking really great. With 19 tiles to go, with 4 meeples to 3. I mean, it doesn't actually even look like all that much could be could go wrong here. Okay, sure, that's doable. There are still 2 tube dividers in the deck. So this can be still separated and then dropped another 6-point farmer. That's gonna work, or that can work. I'm not gonna say that it's going to, because we might never get those tube dividers, but as long as we do like just sane moves, and we don't fool around and lose our entire advantage in like 2 seconds, then we should be good. I mean, it's like generally it's pretty difficult to lose a 23-point advantage when you have also the meeple advantage, and the board doesn't contain any features or any large features that you and your opponent are currently even on. So in this case, the fact that beliwan has the field doesn't really matter that much, because green is not at the moment fighting for that field and and thus has not invested meeples on it. But now this is trying to lose our advantage. It's really trying to, unfortunately, because it is giving away city caps to our opponent's field. It's not good in any way, because this is simply giving away 3 points to red, and the belly one is going to go here. I mean, like Logan is taking points with his with every meeple, which is a fact, but he can't burn every meeple. Oh, I think going on the field is too much. But if we get blocked out from it, it's not even bad. Okay, we take don't no not on the field. Good, not on the field. Now the recipe for win for green is to not care about the field. Is to not care about this main field. Do not care about it. Don't do anything for it. Don't attack it. Just focus on your own features and win the game. That's the recipe. That's how we are gonna win that. That's how we are gonna win this. We have good enough features. We have 2 huge outs that are gonna get us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12 points. And if we get one of those, the game's done. The game's over at that second. And that's a 75% chance. So currently, I would give a sophisticated a sophisticated estimate of about 80 to 85% chance of win for Logan. 29, 32, 36, 42, 47, 53, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 34. We have won the game. We have now officially won the game. I do not see how beliwan is going to weasel himself out of this one. There's no way he's gonna win at this stage. Absolutely no way. And if you take it and if you take this as a challenge, I will bet that he will not be able to win. if you give this situation to a master versus master, the master who plays Logan will never lose. If you give the situation to an expert versus master, whoever plays Logan will always win. Expert versus expert, always win for Logan. Even a 300 versus expert should always win this as Logan. A 300 versus 300 will always win this as Logan. 100 rated against a master maybe loses, maybe draws. If the 100 rated is Logan, maybe draws. But there is absolutely no freaking way that Logan loses this. Not here. Not now. The recipe is still the same. Do not care about anything that beliwan does here. Focus on your own features. You're good to go. Take points. You can go. You can either maybe you can go even here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is a bit extra. Maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Actually, it is entirely extra because there are no curves, there are no road monasteries, there's nothing to fit here or here. So same thing for well, yeah, I mean kind of same thing for Logan um, as in the previous game that we saw. Uh, Tile counting is gonna help yet again to not make kind of wasteful moves like this, but at this stage it should not even matter. We just score points. We can go, I don't know, go here or something. Multiple farmer. Yeah, I mean this should also be just fine. Like if Logan loses this, I'm going to stop playing Carcassonne. And in light of that, surely I have to check the points one more time. We just take a point here. 37. This is all equal. 43, 46, 52, 58. And whatever this here is, it is not 58 points. It is not. It is not 50 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 24, 31. It's 36 points. Not more, not less. And there is nothing for beliwan to do. Six points for the monastery, and then Logan still has a chance to take away 3 points. And well, we are able to make a miss still, but maybe Logan was too ecstatic. Maybe he was too excited of this win, so that he didn't really care or think. We will let that slide, but um, in the future, Logan, always try to make best moves all the way to your last tile. All the way to your last tile. So Malaysia will be getting a dual point, which is nice, which is something that at least the Logan will certainly be personally happy for. And probably actually the entire Malaysian team will be happy that they get a point, as I'm pretty sure that they also know that they are like huge underdogs in this competition for almost every duel, every game, every match. And you know, not getting swept by not getting swept 5-0 is you know nice. Okay, that is going to do it for the Netherlands Malaysia. Then yeah, of course, congratulations to Team Netherlands on getting your first win of the tournament. Now it will still be really unlikely that Netherlands will qualify. Also because there are the six team groups, so it's kind of likely that the two best third place finishes are going to require 3 match wins. So yeah, Actually, now that I think about it, I mean, I remember there was this talk about um, of the 6 team groups being like unfair when comparing the third when comparing the third placed team with all the other groups. So if I remember correctly, in every 6 team group, the last placed team will be taken out of the calculations when checking the tiebreakers for the third best team. So in that light, maybe it's actually possible to qualify with just 2 wins. Maybe it's a bit complicated to point out everything, but I should really check this myself and uh, get myself on the same page with the rules. Hello there, Gert. Congrats on your win. Okay. The next match that we will be showing is going to be Colombia United Kingdom, which will start in about half an hour. So in light of that, since we do have still, of course, half an hour remaining, I reckon we will be showing Spain versus Vietnam during that time. Now, I will not be featuring the scoreboard of Spain Vietnam because I don't have that made ready because I am not because I wasn't planning on streaming Spain Vietnam, but we will simply comment on the games themselves. So I guess extra shout out to Spain slash Vietnamese players who maybe are watching this back at some point and are maybe getting featured on this stream accidentally as a result of the rather quick match of Netherlands Malaysia. So let's see the lineups who is actually playing. So we have Falcanero versus B1208. Then we have Texi versus Portguard. Kinkelodion versus Wolf Ren. Estrancio versus New TT. And then MsterDestroyer versus Mong 0910. Master who was who was the Spanish representee in the 2024 World Championships in Herne. Estrancio has been I remember I think he finished in top was it top 4 or top 8 in the 2024 CCL? I think right, it was Alexei Viv 71st Vladimir. Okay, so I think top 8 was Estrancio in the 2024 CCL, and then the rest of the 3 companions for the Spanish team, just generally great players. Let's. I mean, I guess since we are doing a bit of a drive-by of this match, then we shall feature. What do we feature? So Texi versus Portcard is going to be featured on Uche's channel, and then not sure about Alexei's, but I guess we can do like okay. Let's go. Let's actually go for table number 5 because I want to see some 100 level Elo playing, and if Mung actually is 100 Elo, we'll see about that. This should be an eventful game, and there should, I assume, be a lot to say about it. Hopefully, I don't lose my nerves. Okay, so we have 4 points each. A shared feature over here. We have Mung dropping an early farmer, attacking the road, both players with monasteries. So far, somewhat equal position, though I don't really fancy this farmer. I think it's a bit too courageous because it doesn't have that much room to grow. There's like a couple green squares here, but for example, if this gets restricted to a crossroad, then even this three-pointer gets out of the reach of this farmer. Looks like the Vietnamese player is taking their sweet time in thinking. Looks like a simple discard of a tile. Yeah, I mean, as master, I mean, this is of course a totally normal move, but I would actually really would have liked to see an attack on this city, simply because this tile right here actually just protected that connection square. We also have very much a 100 elo move here. So starting a new city simply instead of connecting the roads and dropping a stick up on your field. Now we can go over here, take 3 points and secure this connection. Would be pretty good move. It's also going to inch this 3-point city to the field, which I'm really not surprised that it doesn't happen. I'm honestly not going to be surprised of anything that happens in this game, to be totally honest. I think we are going to be seeing a lot of moves which I would never make. So master, I mean, I guess a decent move would be to go over here, not even meeple that, or you can also just start a road. It's also fine. Yeah, this is with a farmer. Yeah, actually, sure. Because now this field has actually grown a bit, so 3 points, 6 points potentially, future 9 points, then maybe 12 points. So now this field is actually somewhat, you know, worth something. Okay, we'll see if Mung will drop another farmer in haste. I definitely think he should not be doing that, but he might, because this square can now get blocked immediately to a road monastery, which no longer exists in the deck, because there are only 2 of them. And so finishing the city is like fine, but dropping a farmer here is not. Like just, okay, good, nice. Well, I reckon the monastery is still going to get blocked, as it does. Should not be doing this with the farmer. We could actually just get another monastery, I guess. Because it still is 6 points, right? We could also get it from here and try to keep this field small. Because now we are going to be in a meeple minority. Yeah, this is also one of those moves which I can immediately say that it is bad. It is a terrible move. Because again, there are no road monasteries remaining anymore. There are only two of those. There are only two of those in the deck. So this monastery is immediately blocked, and we are now in an even worse meeple minority than we were just a second ago. And Master is gonna, of course, use that to uh, to, to his full advantage and drop a second farmer, which has decent chances of actually unifying. But even without like connecting to the field, it's just a fine farmer because it's 6 points. It's gonna be 9 points, and Master is at the moment leading the scoreboard with simply 8 points, and having the meeple majority, it's gonna be just fine. So Mon should be just taking these 4 points. It's a normal move, and also we see that Master, having seen the moves that Mung has done, he is really playing this now super safe. Does not want to take any sort of risks, and and a risk would include Mung attacking this city with, let's say, a city cap and then a Dorito and another Dorito. So that is now taken away from the potential arsenal of moves. 7.5 minutes remaining in Mung's clock, and we are just uh, just over halfway. Oh, actually, just below halfway of the game. So a little less. Yeah. Well, I mean, we kind of continue on the same. How would I say it? We continue doing the same patterns, so we keep making moves so we keep making moves which I would never do. So not taking these 4 points, but instead starting a city of your own is definitely another mistake. You don't want to leave an empty city cap lying around. And also, when you have two meeples, you don't really want to invest a second meeple that easily. And now it will, in all likelihood, be spent as a meeple on the left for the eventual eternity. So now we are just going to be playing with one meeple for the rest of the game. Master is, I think, honestly just going to attack the city because he wants to. At this stage, all that Master needs to do is take away all the variants from the board, and a variance in this case would include this city potentially getting completed. So that's why we are attacking every feature that we can of Mung, and we are simply taking away every big scoring opportunity on the board. A monastery is drawn. and meepled, and meepled, and now we are on the main field, and it's gonna be really easy for us to also get the second meeple to the main field, which is now 12 points. It's gonna be 15 points, and Mung is left with a, I assume, a 3-point move over here, because he did not make this move earlier either. Instead takes 2 points for reasons unknown. I guess doesn't want to like leave 3-point. Fantastic. Also makes a misclick. That is unfortunate for Mung. That is really unfortunate. So now he'll have to play without any meeples, because this was also the final field crossroad. So this meeple is not getting back. This meeple is blocked. This meeple is blocked. This meeple is, of course, never getting back as a farmer. This is very unlikely to get back, as well as this. So very likely to be with 0 meeples until the rest of the game. And because the rest of the game is still 27 tiles, it is going to be very painful 27 tiles for Mung. And also seemingly Mung is playing on phone, which is also something that you should avoid doing if you can, because playing on phone is not that great. Not that great. Simply because of the kind of a small hitbox on things, and you can easily make misclicks, like we just saw here. So now I guess what we could do is we can go over here and we can try to still block this meeple from ever getting to the field. And probably as master, we want to go here, because we can get this meeple out still. This one, kind of a terrible move, I would say. Like, yeah, okay. Unless your opponent saves it. Yeah, so kind of a terrible move, because you want to keep this decap as live as possible, and wow, wee wah. 11 points more is what Master scores as a result of getting this feature saved. And yeah, so this is what I think we should have done earlier on. So go over here, because the only tile that goes over here anyways is the vanilla, and this would guarantee us a potential recovery of the meeple without it getting potentially blocked. But I guess things can also be done this way also. So taking a city. Yeah, I mean, really what Mung is now at the moment looking for is to get a city cap over here and try to get a meeple back, and he can do that now. So should be going over here and yeah, giving 3 points to the field, but we have to get the meeple back so that we can do like something. Oh, come on. Uh, Instead, Mung takes away the only opportunity that he ever had to get a meeple back. That is saddening. But we kind of signed up for this when we decided that we are going to be playing, or when we are going to be watching a 100 rated gameplay. So this is what you should pretty much expect. A 12-point field. Okay, just just throwing on some random abandoned game proposals. A winning strategy in some terms. Also, there was a possibility for Mung to go over here and take 9 points away from Master. And, well, actually, one of the good moves that Mung has done during the entirety of the game was just made. So blocked a possible connection to the larger part of the ruin, and Master, for the common good, goes for a mistake in the end and does not add 1 point to the road, but simply finishes a city without a meeple. Yeah, I mean it's pretty painful to watch these games, but sometimes you just need that little extra will and content value of watching these games, and like feeling the nostalgia that you were once that 100 rated player. I'm talking to right you, because we have all been there. We have all started this game from very humble perspectives. And origins. But through practice and repetition is how we get better. So far, actually, Podcast seems to have actually been taking the lead on table 2, followed by also a lead of B1208 with 1-0 lead, and then Wolfram Kinkalodion at the moment having a bit of a decisive game there, trying to decide who takes the lead there. And actually, we have about 5-ish minutes until the start of the Colombia United Kingdom, so I will actually take like a 2-minute break here, and then we will go into the player introductions for Colombia UK. I can actually set that up right now. So, a 2-minute break, and then I will be joining you all with the Colombia, United Kingdom. Be right back. Okay, we are back and we are now running. So, next up is going to be Colombia, United Kingdom, uh, both of which have one win each in Group D. Colombia does have one less match played though, so kind of a better chances for the potential win of the group. And UK, of course, having a lot of great caliber players, so gonna be putting up a big fight. But certainly Colombia and Chile, I would say, are the favorites of this group. The lineups you can now see above me. We have first on table number 1, we have Miguel Torres. That's Illuminati Warrior from Colombia versus Chris Tucker, aka Fanatical Lime. Then Tatan D, that's Jonathan Arango versus Matt Healy Rayner with the screen name Lazy Boar. Then table 3, Thomas Rojas with the screen name T Rojas Henao versus Ven Gilim from the UK. Table 4, Ivan Guevara versus Corelli. Ivan playing under the screen name eltalivan. And finally, on table 5 from Colombia, Sergio Antolines versus Ishan Malhotra under the screen name dremkad and ohlookcake respectively. So, quite a tough lineups indeed. Certainly both teams looking to get their wins. as you can see, a UK going in with big arms, only one player less than 600 rated here. And then Colombia not much worse off, with players rating being about on average of about 550 to 600, and it's certainly going to be a very juicy match. Now, if you do want to see a specific duel or a game, then I shall remind you that I will take requests in the chat, and otherwise I reckon we will be starting with dremkad and ohlookcake, whose last encounters seem to have gone 1-on-1 in the last 2 years. So haven't faced each other all that many times, but now we are going to put an end to that. So near master level players, both of these, so we should be having a very high skill cap game here. dremkad being the starting player, no points so far for either. Both players with the monasteries though. Do you go over here or do you go over here? I mean, this is, I think, more of a calling spot because it takes away the natural monastery stacking square from Ishan. And it will then allow you to control this square and build around in peace. Bit of a pickle for Ishan here with the road with the road Dorito. Doesn't really want to continue the road of Sergio, and also doesn't really also want to just place it here because it seems kind of a waste of a shielded tile. But you know, I guess it's the best possibility out of the best possibility out of all the bad ones. So that's what we are going here. That is what we are going with. 3 points for Sergio, and creates a lot of pressure on this square, as it can now get restricted heavily to a dagger on maybe the very next move of dremkad, and that would be a bit of a disastrous scenario. Well, not maybe disastrous yet, but it would be unpleasant to say at least. Decision time for dremkad. Do you go over here and meeple this? Do you go over here maybe? It's arguably quite a weak move maybe. Or do you go, I don't know, over here, meeple it, and really try to push for the City Plus Road tile? And he makes seemingly the correct option, at least for the time being. Takes the 4-point city and is going to try and build around it. But Ishan steps in, and it is now actually considerably more difficult to build around it, because both players actually have to kind of wait that one or the other does something here or here. So it is very much a frozen situation, but I think this actually should be favoring red, because at the moment yellow is kind of playing a sitting duck game here, with having a 1-point city, and this 4-point city, which is basically tied to this. And it's not really looking that great for Ishan here. He's gonna. I don't even know in which order it would be best for him to make this all happen. Because whatever is gonna come here or here, then consequences will follow swiftly, maybe, on this square. And it will be really unpleasant, or could be really unpleasant for Ishan. But as Sergio, you don't really also want to be the player who plays anything over here or over here, because then when you do that, you are also going to make it easier for Ishan to then place something over here, or over here, or over here, already anywhere here, anywhere on this area. So placing anything here is gonna make it easier for the other player to place anything here, but not placing anything there is just keeping the massive tension alive here. And I'm not really sure which which player do I actually favor in this scenario here. After all, like I did say that I would rather step in the shoes of red here, but you know it's a bit of a sticky situation for both. But I am certainly interested to see of how this will turn out. It could actually like never get resolved, maybe. Sergio going for the longer loop to be able to do at least something with this road. And not that many good moves to be done by Cake here. I mean, I guess you could actually go over here or there. That's also fine. Yeah, because it creates an attacking platform on this square. Dremkad goes for the loop still, and now leaves a spot to both a straight road and to a curve to make the city to make the loop completable more easily. Now we get action. Now we get action as Cake finally pushes on the gas, goes with a Dorito here, and now Dremcat has a lot of decisions that he could do. He can go over here, finish the city of Ishan, and attack this city with a second meeple and get one of the three, or try to get one of the three remaining um, cows. But hmm, how much do I like that? Honestly, not much, I have to say. I think it's quite weak. But I guess what Dremcat is really trying to do here is he's trying to really force a city plus road tile with the road pointing on the right, so that this guy and this guy will get blocked. Maybe these guys in the process, if it is like a road Dorito or something. But like he's really looking to get into a winning mini battle against this small meeple over here, and then get this monastery also trapped at the same time. Okay, again, a lot of tension in this situation, and Ishan with another decision. Does he go here? Does he go here? And his decision is final. He has chosen to go with the option of getting 2 cows, or at least 1 cow. Right, going over here and getting this ruin all for himself. Could work. Could very well work. And it's gonna be somewhat, unpleasant for dremkad to try and attack it, especially after this one when this ruin gets really covered up from basically all sides. And now I don't even know what dremkad's game plan here is now. Like finishing this one and then what? Yeah, that makes sense. Well, there's the cow for Ishan. Should be flying over here. Only one spot for it, yep. And dremkad with another monastery. And I think he is also going to meeple it. Because he has fairly many tiles that he can get a meeple back with, right? Fairly many. And we have the tension rising over here where dremkad is trying to restrict this city cap heavily. And he does it with success, but it does create another kind of vulnerability to this city, as with a road to Rito now, Ishan can simply finish the road as a regular 4-point loop, but direct the city of dremkad to the left, and it will be then stuck to a 5-point winning mini battle with this 1-point meeple of Ishan. And so the master plan of dremkad is now on the move. He is, I think, I think what he's trying to do here is trying to create a possibility to attack this ruin here via like several tiles. Maybe like go here with some sort of city tile first, and then maybe a city cap or a Dorito and attack from the left. Now it is somewhat unlikely to happen though, because of the easy defenses that that could be made. But it is a possibility, and now should become this move pretty much the only option for Ishan. So really going for the liberation of his own meeple without giving a meeple back to dremkad, and now both players here having 1 meeple stuck. And certainly better position here at the moment for Ishan, who has the meeple advantage, as well as has this ruin under control, and has the point advantage as well on the scoreboard. +5, +8, +9, 10, 13, 11, 5, 6, 10, 17, 10. Well, actually, as a result of these monasteries, which are really nice, Sergio is actually currently winning, which I want to say is rather surprising. But his meeples are tangled quite well. So having only one tile to fit into this square here, and this one being a rather in a precarious spot for, like, if anything goes over here, then it can get restricted immediately to the one remaining dagger, which no longer actually no, to the one remaining to no remaining daggers because of 1, 2, and 3. Dremkad gets himself a dagger with the left side curve and does finish the 8-point city. And Cake threatening to actually finish a massive feature, gonna be taking 1 point on the city and 2 points for the road, and then only needing 2 tiles to actually finish this absolute monstrosity of a city. Not sure what he's thinking exactly. It's not like he has a lot of like amazing options. I guess he was just maybe double checking the amount of Doritos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Still 2 Doritos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh yeah, that was actually definitely like what he was doing. So checking if the completion of the city is actually possible, because there are no triple cities, but there are now still 2 Doritos, and there is a what is it? It's a divider. Huh. Well, that is interesting. 1, 2. Yeah, but why would you bother? I don't get it. Like I don't get it. Uh, because this city is like still very much alive. It still has 4 tiles that can be used to actually finish it. 3 vanillas as well as 1 divider. But it could have been blocked with 1 tile to a dagger that no longer remains in the deck. Like with any city plus road tile going over here and blocking the city. Also going over here and like pointing to the right with the city and just getting like a curve over here would also be able to block. But this is quite not something that I was expecting. And dremkad is now kinda not looking back with of his life choices with pleasure, I would say. Can we go here? It does keep the monastery alive. Or we just do... Ha! Well, okay then. Yeah, but actually... actually, no, I don't think this is a good move. And it's not a good move because it is not a good move. There's nothing to fit into this square. This square is dead. Like, entirely dead. There are no daggers. There are no city crossroads. There are no road Doritos. There is nothing to fit into that square. I'm having really difficult time trying to understand why would you take the 6-point road with like 15 tiles still in the deck. And I can't really think of a good reason. Okay. Ishan goes for the 10-point city. That looks decent. And the road monastery for dremkad. Now what's the score? Plus 12 for dremkad. Plus 17. Plus 23. Plus 30. Plus 36. Plus 26. Plus 20. Plus 13. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 3, 7. So that's minus 7 for dremkad. And also, is this even a complete block? There's 1, there's 2. It's not even a complete block. Wow. So we just used the road monastery to give 1 point to our opponent. Doesn't look like a good trade to me. Like we just took away a starting tile that this city could have used. But that's it. Okay. Well, we can make a monastery spot. We go over here. And we hope to get a vanilla, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there's still a vanilla. So we can try to get that. Which we do. But we don't get the monastery, which is the key part. So there's like a dagger, a starting tile, a vanilla. So a lot of city caps. And it's not really favoring red that much because red is losing at the moment. Okay. Doesn't even bother going for the monastery, just takes the field and gets the dagger, which is like the final nail in the coffin. We can still take 6 points, I guess. And we should take them too. Sorry, we can take 4 points, not 6, not 6, but 4 points. And then afterwards a 6-point field. Because there are 2 of them. And so Ishan will not be able to Okay, let me think. That plus. Okay, so what's the final tile then? Oh yeah, that's that. Uh, that makes no sense. Like we just lost points over here. Like no matter which tile we get, the vanilla or the crossroad, we are losing points because now we got 6 points plus 1 versus 4, and then we could take the 6 afterwards, right? So a pretty decisive advantage there for Ishan, which I do believe was like a lot of it was being given due to dremkad's kind of lack of. I'd even go as far as a lack of effort of not doing this instead of doing this really passive move, trying to just finish your own 12-point city, and then I don't know again what this road was. It seemed like a complete mistake to me, and then giving, like, for example, just why did we just give a point with a road monastery and just to take away one city cap from our opponent? Also doesn't make much sense. Like a lot of like kind of these subtle mistakes and not taking enough of a small gamble with like great odds is what I think cost Sergio the game here. But 0-1 to UK on table 5, and then let's do some scoreboard updates. Looking good for UK so far. Also, Matt Healy-Raynor has been able to take a point against Jonathan Arango on table 2, and Ben Gilim leading 1-0 against Thomas Rojas. Let's see how eltalivan is doing on table 4, and then we'll likely also okay, 1-0 for in favor of Corelli. So yet again, one UK point. So let's see if these guys are playing now, so that we could be able to get a full game, because we like full games. I guess we might as well then check the table 1 status at the moment, where it is also 0-1 in favor of UK, really striking down every Colombian on every table here. 0-5 so far the games, and there's a large hill to climb for the Colombians if they want to squeeze out a win for this, because they can't really afford too many game losses at this stage. And if you would like to get a win out of this match, you kind of have to not just get demolished by UK, but also demolish back. Okay, some not sure if this was the best course of action, but sure. I mean, yeah. I mean, I think it was okay. I mean, so the point here was that that Miguel wanted to create a monastery spot, and he seemingly succeeded in it quite fantastically. So got the monastery straight away, and now has two short roads in his control. And also, both of these monasteries are actually only one tile away from getting completed, so that's also going well in the books of Miguel. Dropping an early farmer on a 9-point field, but I'm not really sure if you want to step into a field fight against Chris here, as Chris having 4-1 meeples in his hand is pretty likely to reign victorious out of this little battle over here. Though, let us not forget that that the meeples of red are quite easily retrievable, especially with the new monasteries, and new monasteries is certainly a way to score a lot of points. And monasteries we do complete, so we add 1 point to the road as well, and we harass the city of Chris. And we are also looking to very swiftly drop a second farmer on this field as red, I reckon. Or at least we will be dropping a farmer whenever the city gets finished. Yep, continue our own feature. And now it's really important in these situations to continue your own feature instead of connecting to the opponents, because even though this move would be 1 more point more immediately, then the future prospects of your own side of the ruin is going to be a much bigger factor than that one immediate extra point, because you are going to be able to use any kind of city tiles to your ruin that you wouldn't be able to use otherwise effectively, but Fanatical will then have to actually connect to your side of the ruin anyway. So it doesn't really matter that your side has less points than the one of the opponents. It matters more how much it can actually grow realistically. Welcome in. I see routing for the UK is going quite well at the moment. So the current situation on the field has flipped in favor of Chris, which was to be expected with his meeple advantage. So now 2-on-1 action, and we see that it is now going to be a fourth city on the field, and it should be a second farmer from Illuminati immediately. And it's also very important to drop the curve this way, so that we do not want the field to expand uncontrollably, because as you can see, our meeples are at the moment 3-1 in favor of fanatical, so we don't want to expand this field unnecessarily, because we won't be able to control it or keep up with the ever increasing amount of meeples that fanatical will be able to hoard on it. So, second meeple coming back to the hand of Miguel. 8 points ahead on the scoreboard. These are pretty much equal, plus 11, plus 10, and pretty much equal on the fields as well. So roughly about 7 or 8 points for a meeple, which at this stage is not much, because the board is very wet, meaning there are a lot of point scoring opportunities. Namely, this field right here. There are some quick point roads to be taken, and there are also still monasteries left in the deck. Now, it would be really interesting to see where this game goes if a road monastery is drawn and placed here, because it will then expand the field to all the way to the right, and fanatical, as soon as he finishes this city, he is looking to drop a farmer 1000%. And on that light, it would also be very important for Illuminati to get something to be thrown in here. Now, these 4 points are enticing. So are these actually, of course, because it also connects this 9-point field to the 12-point field. So these are even more enticing, getting efficiency at its peak. And as you can see here, now fanatical connects his 6-point part of the ruin to the 5-point part of the ruin, purely because of the potential expansion of this top part. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This was also the second to last triple city in the deck. Yeah, this is, I mean, it is of course creating a somewhat long road, but there aren't actually many road ends remaining in the deck that could lead to one player getting this road immediately, except for that road monastery. Fanatical going with a third farmer, and the road monastery is drawn, and now we see how this is going to get very, very dicey, slicey, and smishy as every field gets connected. Both players having 3 meeples on the field. Well, technically, not quite yet for Chris, but I'm sure that he will be trying to get more meeples to the field, because that is kind of a must. So maybe he goes over here, drops a farmer. That this looks like a decent spot to get to the field. And he does. A straight road for Miguel, and he doesn't do anything with it, but, well, he tried to block unsuccessfully, but ooh, even sacks the points for the recovery of the monastery, for the sake of getting swiftly a fourth meeple to the field. This is how much this field is going to be worth. Because if you're ready to sack 4 points and getting a meeple back to your hand for the sake of attacking to the field, like before your opponent, then the situation is a dicey, smishy, and micey. +9 at the moment for blue. For red, +17 attacking the field, +15, and let's assume that this gets to the field, but it's going to have to happen through this city in all likelihood. So at the moment, red is in a rather commanding lead, and especially so if he manages to connect to the field. Does not manage to do that just yet, at least, but he will be able to get points, and points are important. 4 are up there, up for grabs, and I don't think this can actually be blocked in one move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Actually, it can, with the one remaining regular curve. That can be used as a blocking tile. But other than that, there are still 2 daggers to go into this square, and most likely straight roads. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, 1 straight road. And there it is, the 1 straight road. And that is going to be not quite a full block. There is still 1 starting tile to fit into this square. But it's pretty darn close to a full block. Now, this one would actually be pretty interesting move for Miguel. Going over here, facing to the left, it would leave 1 road Dorito in the deck that would then fit into this square, and it would make getting this meeple to the field slightly harder. And the field is at the moment worth 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 21 points. And he's gonna go for it. He's gonna go for the 1 outer for Chris. And he's gonna take away the starting tile and the daggers that that would have been suitable to go into the square. Now we can get our meeple back from here. Do we meeple the city? Seemingly so. A dagger for Fanatical, and he gets 4 points. As a matter of fact, 7 points, because this field is at the moment is equal. There was also a rather nice find by Chris here earlier on with the quad crossroad. So because he realized that the only tile that goes over here is of course the same that one goes over here. There's only 1 starting tile remaining and no other tiles that fit into either square. If you want to win a coin flip, you might as well benefit the extra amount of points from that coin flip. So he then ignored these 2 points and went for a 6-point potential road instead. Now, Miguel, what do you do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Still one regular curve remaining. One starting tile. One road Dorito. Then what else is there? There are no monasteries. I don't think there are triple cities either. There are not. Maybe field Doritos. 1, 2, 3. There are 2 field Doritos, so that's 5 tiles. Then that's 1 field Dorito. Seemingly there has to be then vanillas, as Chris is going for this. There's 1. There is 2. There is 3. There is 4. And there is the vanilla, and the 4th meeple gets to the field. And so does the 4th meeple of Illuminati with the starting tile. Now is the time when Chris is going to take all his time and he is going to think, how on earth is he going to get to this field? Road Dorito. 1 field Dorito. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There is a city crossroad remaining, which means that potentially there is an option to get to the field with the city crossroad placed over here, then a road Dorito, and like a city crossroad over here. You place a farmer and you connect through the road Dorito, but it is going to require a I think maybe this move, so that this cannot get blocked. Yeah, I think the move that Chris, at least a potential move that Chris can do, is go here and lay down a possibility for him to get the city crossroad on his very next move. Go over here, drop a farmer, and then get the road Dorito and connect, whilst getting these 8 points for the city. As a matter of fact, 10 points, because that road Dorito is gonna come with a shield. But how does this help, though? Okay, I guess you can. I guess you can use the crossroad as a. Oh yeah, you can now go over here, and you can try to get the crossroad. And there is no potential way of blocking it, right? Which also makes me think that maybe this was an oversight by Miguel of not blocking this connection. Though actually there was other routes to the field also. Like for example, getting a road Dorito here and then a dagger. So blocking all potential field connection opportunities was going to be impossible for Miguel anyway. But so it's like road Dorito, a city crossroad, and then some tile. I would guess like some city cap, because the curve is now gone. And wait, is the field going to be even enough for Chris? It doesn't actually look like it. If he goes here and gets to the field, wow, what? Is he? I think he's hallucinating. Because this does nothing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 24 points is the field. 21 behind. Well, 19 behind. 24. Yeah, unfortunately, there was no winning sequence for Chris, but he could have at least tried to maximize his points by going over here, dropping a farmer, and then getting this tile and actually winning over the field. He, like, with that technique, he would have lost by now 5 points because he would have 18 more. 6 points because then Illuminati goes here, gets extra point over here by 6 points, I think. Yeah, because 18 more, he would have 6 points. Yeah, so no winning combination for Fanatical, but still had the potential of making this more interesting for the for the viewers. Okay, a decider on table 1, and then we will update the everything else. And updating everything else is going to be pretty not fun to look at for the Colombian fans, as UK is leading on the match scoreboard 3-0, with table 2, 3, and 5 being finished in a 2-0 victory for the UK, and they will be securing their second win of the season in the group stage. And now Colombia simply fighting for the tiebreakers here. Let's take a look at how eltalivan and Corelli are doing. One tile remaining. $16 points ahead is Corelli, and it is looking very African map-like. Besides that, it is also looking let's actually dive into this. It's looking pretty fluctuational. Plus 16 for Corelli, plus 19, 13, 16, 10, 13, 17, equal, 23, 16, 11, 2, plus 1 for blue, but blue does not have meeples. And that plus 1 looks to be quite strong, actually. Sorry, that plus 1 does not looks to be as strong. Now they are dead equal. There's gonna be 2 more points for eltalivan, but the final meeple of Corelli will score 3 points, getting the city or getting the field, and it will end up being a 1-point win for Corelli. Don't quote me on this yet. Do not quote me on this yet, because miscalculations have happened a lot, and this would not be the first time. Welcome to the chat, Sergio. Indeed, tough games today. There were some, let's say, spottings, which I think you could have done better, but feel free to check the beginning of the match, and maybe you'll agree with some of them, maybe you won't, but there was definitely something that I would have done differently in your position. So Corelli, I guess, simply just double and triple checking the points, and also making sure that he can't get more than 3 points, but this should be a 1-point win for Corelli. And they should get UK's balance up to 4-0. 90. And then the 3-point fields. 97. 96. 99. And a full 100 for Corelli as he crawled through with the 3-point fields and takes down eltalivan 0-2. And it is looking grim for Colombia. Miguel Torres, the only player now who can get any action going on for the Colombian way, or otherwise they are gonna get absolutely swept by the UK. "30 tiles remaining on table 1, and we are plus 12 for Illuminati. Again with the field, which is looking decent. It's 12 points and looking to grab some more on the way. Also, the meeple situation is looking really good for Illuminati. So 4-on-3 with having blocked 2 meeples of red of yellow. So there likely will not be any kind of field contestant. What is going on for yellow, though, is the fact that he has the monastery that can be completed with yet another monastery. Don't farm. Good. The one thing that we do not want to do here as Illuminati is over-farm this field. We should only drop a third farmer on this field if and only if Chris goes with his first farmer and tries to attack, or even threatens to attack. Because we want to score as many extra points with our extra farmers as humanly possible. 6 points for the field with 25 tiles remaining. Yeah, sure. I mean, this can also get expanded to 9 points, so this is a good enough justification for this meeple. Also, Chris looking to take another monastery here, like we said earlier, finishing yet another monastery with another monastery. inching closer on the scoreboard. And how much banked points does Chris have, by the way? 4, 6, 14, 20, 26 points in banked. And that's 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's +4 for Illuminati at the moment, and an extra meeple. Now, oh, surely not. He's actually attacking the field. That is courageous. That is really courageous. Considering that Chris only has 2 meeples now, and he's going to have to use at least the other one of them onto the main field, and then he's going to be playing with only 1 meeple. Very courageous plan. Something that I'm not sure if I am really agreeing with. Like, I was about to say that if he attacks the field, then he should attack the southern field, because that is only defended by 1 meeple. But the main field, the main field is of course more points, but it is difficult to attack to. There is a very limited amount of field connection possibilities. But the field is growing, and so is the lead of Illuminati, which does make this field even more essential to equalize, but not with this tile. This will get 1 meeple to our field, 1 meeple to the field, but how about the rest? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are actually only 2 crossroads remaining, so a ninja farmer is actually more than likely to happen from Fanatical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Still 7 curvy tiles remaining. So ask Illuminati, do we go for 3 points here, or do we go for 3 points here? We go for neither. We go for the ruin attack, or the city attack actually. This should be immediate, and it is. Attacking the city, or not attacking, but bothering the city, making it more difficult to complete, and first and foremost, preventing the city finishing move with a farmer. That is the most important thing about this tile. It does not allow a farmer to be placed by Chris. And Chris is also now starting to debate at what time is the correct time to place a ninja farmer. And I think the answer is not yet, not with this tile, because City Bell's road tiles are not that great in providing good attacking platforms via ninjas. Because then what would happen is we go over here, then this city gets taken, and then red is just going to equalize the farmer with one of his own. Now, there is a possibility to unify the cities, but is it more important to do something else? Maybe just going over here, if there is a chance for Chris to attack this field via like a Dorito and a city cap, then we should indeed do this. And it looks like Miguel does comply. Yet another monastery, actually the 6th monastery seemingly for Chris. I can't swear that this was that this monastery was a monastery for Chris, but it might have been because the others are stacked on top of it. So that's usually an indication of simply stacked monasteries for one player. Okay, do we go for this? Maybe take a road whilst we can. We go for this. Okay. But now we don't have a meeple to place to the field though. Is that a problem? Or do we just go fieldless? Can we go fieldless? Extra cities added to the field by Illuminati. I mean, it kind of looks like Chris is actually going for a fieldless win. +4 for Miguel. +7, 16, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 38. 30, 22, 20, 16, 8, 8, +3 for fanatical. But 3 is not nowhere near enough to defeat 3 meeples in Miguel's hand. Like nowhere near enough. And also it looks like there are city caps remaining anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Still 2 city caps remaining. Still -3 for fanatical. -3 for Illuminati, but with this connection, it is now much better. That's 4 points. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's +1. That's equal. And now this is the killing blow for Miguel as he finishes yet another city onto the field. And this field was just simply too difficult to attack to. Too few attacking options and attacking roads, which ended up kind of wasting a meeple from fanatical into an attack which never even formed to an attack of 2 meeples. Which is why I was saying that it was going to be better to attack a field that was guarded by 1 meeple only. So we can still make a move worth 4 points. Also 4 points. And also 4 points if we go on the field here. Not much else. Yeah, pretty sure Chris is just trying to figure out what tile Illuminati has in hand. and trying to really maximize the net point score for the final moves. So no monasteries. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No triple cities. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No Doritos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, just a curve. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, just a regular curve, which means that the best move would be to take this road over here, because then it will disallow one extra point being taken by Illuminati. Because there is no other spot to take 4 points with a regular curve. Not for Miguel. So this should be the move if we are being precise, as Chris seems to want to be. Should be only affecting on a +1 point, like as in net points for Chris. But after this move that was done by Miguel, it doesn't really matter. What? After all that, I mean, after all that, Chris just hallucinates that he has a tile remaining in from the deck. Yeah, I mean, I guess he just wants to make it look like he tried to invade the field for the second time. I mean, he kind of succeeded. And as you can see, the 4-point road is now being taken by Illuminati. So 5 points is what we could have gotten out of the final point difference had we gone over here as Chris. And let's see how that affects on the final results. 24 for the field for Illuminati, and then another 9 for that, so would have lost by 10 points as Chris, and not quite the sweep for UK, but still quite a strong performance, only losing actually 2 games and 1 duel. So certainly a tough bite to take on for Colombia, and this will certainly aid UK on their way to try and win this group. So 2-1 and 3-2 is currently the standings there. UK at the moment the only team with 2 wins. And later on, what do we have? Chile, Greece. Which one do we have? Group, I think it's D. So we have Chile, Guatemala actually on Monday. So like this actually goes a bit over the deadline, but I guess I guess it has been fine with the organizers. So Guatemala really fighting for their honor and integrity. They are such a big mm, I'd say that they are fighting not having they are in a situation where they don't have an upper hand against anyone in their group, um, because they are such a new team and they don't have all that many all that many competitive players who would have much of experience from playing in online leagues on or from live international tournaments. But so they are gathering the experience right now. Okay, that is going to be it for this channel for this week. The matches are still gonna go on for today. As we can see, we still have Portugal, Thailand, Uruguay, Germany, and France, Brazil still to go, as well as of course the Chile, Guatemala um, later on, and so they will be streamed by Alexei. So you can find the link to Alexei's channel from actually never mind. I'll just drop it into the stream chat. Let's just do the actual stream link. So that. And so if you are still thirsty for some Carcassonne, if you're still thirsty for some World Team Carcassonne Online Championship content, then Alexei is going to be featuring the rest of the matches of the day. Congratulations to once again to UK, and we'll certainly be waiting for what Colombia can do on the upcoming weeks. Still having a chance for the well, even for the top one if they manage to win the next two matches, which is still entirely possible to do since which is still entirely possible to do since Colombia does have a very strong team altogether. Okay, now that's where we are going to be wrapping up. Thank you for joining and thank you for sticking all the way until the end. Now, if you do want to support the channel, there's an easy way to do that by subscribing or liking the stream. And I will be seeing you again next week with some more World Team Carcassonne Online Championships action. Bye for now.